Max, before we even to record, hello and welcome back to 2K24 Showcase.
Sees a rare pinfall loss for Hot Rod, but an even rarer
I need to probably stop saying the title because I nearly mess it up every time.
Up next on this WrestleMania train down memory
Leg without fail.
we go to WrestleMania 10 in New York City, and the first ladder match to ever take place at WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels captured his first Intercontinental Championship with a big win over the British Bulldog on Saturday night's main event in the fall of 1992. But in the fall of 1993, Michaels would be stripped of the championship due to inactivity. As the Heartbreak Kid watched from the sidelines, Razor Ramon would capture the vacant championship. At the 1993 Survivor Series, Michaels would announce that he was back and that he only had one mission: to humiliate Razor Ramon, who he considered to be a fake champion. Having never been defeated in the ring, HBK still believed he was the rightful Intercontinental Champion.
There is only one undisputed Intercontinental Champion, and it is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Never one to back down from a fight, Ramon was more than ready to face Michaels anytime, any place. But Shawn wanted to play games with the bad guy, interfering in his matches and even performing Ramon's vaunted Razor's Edge finisher to taunt him. Shawn was also very open about relying on his 7-foot monster of a bodyguard, Diesel, to help him get through any tough situations. WWE officials, forced with figuring out how to decide who the true Intercontinental Champion was, came to a decision. Both championship titles would be suspended above the ring in a ladder match. The winner would be the first superstar able to incapacitate their opponent long enough to climb the ladder, grab both championships, and finally settle the issue once and for all. This matchup would see both men use everything they could to stop the other, including the ladder repeatedly. It was used as a battering ram, even as a perch from which to dive for a huge splash. Both Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels laid it all on the line in this epic clash, leaving everyone breathless with each new flurry of offense. So, you're gonna have to do your best to deal with not only a Mr. WrestleMania who wants his Intercontinental Championship, but also with the menacing Diesel at ringside. Stay focused, and maybe you'll be oozing enough machismo to climb that ladder of success.
Oh god, this starts so abruptly. Anyway, I just saw something about more of a hope than anything, but bringing out thumbtacks back to the WWE game other than they've been used since some games. I haven't been in the main server. I'm getting back to here, but I haven't been used in the main servers in ages. Just hit this up on the doors. Yeah, thumbtacks would be nice as well as barbed wire, because there shouldn't be any restrictions anymore, I don't think. 2D restrictions in 2K games, or that's sort of hard. Oh, finally. Well, it was me to hit his signature already, which is just... yeah, it's open matches, but we missed out Hogan Slaughter, thank God. Missed out Randy Savage, Ric Flair. Don't pick on the ladder. Possibly don't stop. They missed out both threat you're currently because why is he inside the ladder? What's up? It's all that hard work to get a signature just for him to reverse it. Aha, reverse doors now. Shouldn't have done that. That was going 10 minutes longer to get me. Better not reverse it again. If we reverse it again, I'll send the video. Ooh. I thought it was going to be the same moves again. Really? Can you stop staring at him, please? There's a task at hand here. I'm still fucking that in every video. Nice cross. And he just kicked me right in the nuts. Yeah, they're just gonna climb. I could have get him in the goal. Get down. Down.
Razor Ramon
Like how
looking to prove
Lattice
that
is
despite
talented,
never
right?
defeating Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental Championship, he was still the real champion.
WWE's first ever 5-star match. This was, I'm
Shawn
pretty sure,
Michaels
by
had a
Dave
clear
Meltzer.
game plan for this match. With no rules, he'd be able to receive assists from his bodyguard Diesel. No disqualifications in a ladder match means it's not cheating. The second Michaels tossed Ramon to the floor, that plan was put into action with Diesel attacking the bad guy. Unfortunately for Shawn, the official decided that wasn't going to work.
That doesn't work for him, brother. But you can't tell him to kick him out
Diesel's
because he
arguments,
wasn't
the
doing anything
WWE
wrong there.
official decided to kick Big Daddy Cool out of the ringside area. Shawn had talked a lot about being the real champion. And now without his 7-foot backup, he was going to have to back those words up himself. This distraction bought Ramon enough time to recover and send HBK flying with a huge right hand. Ramon floors Michaels, and now with Diesel banned from ringside, it looks like the Heartbreak Kid needs a new plan for the bad guy.
I think it's only bad just so you don't go up the ramp because it's not an accessible area. That does so much damage with the no fancy reverses. Done it? Yeah, I want to sure. Right, strong Irish whip. This is called strong Irish whip, it's not called hammer throw anymore. I believe this is actually one of the objectives in there. Every kid's like, oh yeah, can you cover Heartbreak Kid? Very good, that. Very good. You can gain the win and all about there. Definitely reversed this, hasn't he? I was just expecting that. By the entrance. If not. That's cool. Never mind. I'll be just hit me, shoot and move it. Absolute no foul. Well, hang on, let me read that. Let's see it properly. And you just stop reversing everything, I beg. Please get up. It's a rushing leg sweep and you're still out. I know. This isn't happening today, Sean, I'm sorry. I'm going to say one more. I can... What's actually got? I wasn't expect. Let me guess, I'm going to be down forever again because of the rush leg sweep. They can get up. Literally, can't do anything. Wait. It's back for the end. Okay, I had another one there, so full time apparently last 2 minutes. Yeah. I just thought that was it, just because that's where...
A lot of people wondered how the ladder would come into play. And it didn't take long for Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels to answer that question. Razor placed the ladder on the apron to re-enter the ring, and that gave Shawn the opening he needed to launch a baseball slide dropkick that sent the ladder crashing into Ramon's ribs. Had Razor even considered that type of offense from Shawn in his preparations? Had Shawn practiced that very move? He appeared ready to strike the second the ladder was laid down. Clearly, any moment with a ladder nearby was going to be dangerous, and one would need to always be aware of their opponent's location. With his bigger, stronger opponent struggling to breathe, Michaels would be able to build his own momentum. Michaels started to realize that as long as he used the ladders to his advantage, the lack of Diesel's presence wouldn't be as detrimental as he first thought. Knowing Ramon now had a weak point, Michaels crashes that ladder right into the ribs of Ramon, and he has completely turned the tide of this match. You could see it on the faces of Razor's fans, who sat in disbelief as Shawn took control.
It really has to be really close to them. Get up the stage. Does not give me time to breathe. Please get up. Oh no. I tried to run out the way, but what are you dancing about to the soul? This is iconic.
Both
Show
men
it.
had looked to
Should
hit
have
the
still
other with a ladder
pictures.
in a variety of ways, but Shawn Michaels was about to shock the crowd with a different approach to ladder-based offense. With Ramon down, Michaels would climb the ladder near the corner and come crashing down onto Ramon's already weakened ribs. Why waste all that energy swinging the ladder around when you can just climb it and jump off from great heights, right?
They need to have a rematch at like SummerSlam or something like that. Not sure if it's SummerSlam, but I'm sure they had a ladder rematch.
Michaels, thinking it was over, began to climb. Now, normally, Michaels may have gone for the cover, and he may have even won the match after such an incredible move. But with ladder matches, it's not that easy. So even with Ramon in great pain, he was able to find enough fight in him to get to his knees and topple the ladder over.
Of course. There we go. Can you stop whipping him in the corner, please? I've directed out the rope for a reason. There we go. That's good. No, it's gonna be no. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Gonna actually hit him while I was on the corner. No, that. No, don't do that. I will just wait here. Of course, it's easy. Okay, that was weird. I was waiting till I put the ladder down to get it. No, did I want the stats? Didn't feel like hitting him at all. Oh my god, stop going under the ring. Stop, you just grab the ladder, stop grabbing other stuff. I could just win this right here, but unfortunately. What are you doing now? You're getting ladder as well. I know you're bridging it. If he puts me through that, it's going to be over, so. Can you just stop grabbing stuff? Let me get to pick the ladder, Gerald. Pick the ladder up and pick them. It's so hard to do while on the outside. Awesome. My sergeant probably really right next to one. But yeah. This is it.
Shawn Michaels could see the match starting
These
to
last two
slip
matches
away,
been a
but
pain
instead
in
of
the
panicking,
ass.
he'd look for an opening. Reversing a Razor Ramon attack, he'd plant the bad guy with a devastating pile driver.
Just hit me with that one.
HBK wanted to show off one other trick, bringing the ladder with him over to the corner. Shawn was in clear control here. I'd never seen anything like this before, and it's still jaw-dropping today. He didn't just climb the ladder. He'd proceed to fall with the ladder beneath him onto the downed Ramon. It was now or never for Razor Ramon as his grasp on the Intercontinental Championship appeared to be slipping.
What if I just like, let me try something. I don't want the ladder to go out. So. Let me try something. This don't work. Got 3 finishes. I knew that was going to happen. There's done nothing but reverse. Trust me. I'm not like that. Right, let's go to there, shall we? I'll just land it. Go ahead, the ladder, please. We won't reverse this. He was stunned. Watch him go outside. I forgot how this works, to be honest. I'd be lying if I said that was easy. It wasn't.
Here is your winner and the undisputed WWE Intercontinental Champion, the Bad Guy, Razor Ramon.
Do you just want to check something before I go? Yeah. Serious. What if I'm not practicing a San Diesel or the alternate the Diesel? I don't know. Moving on. Just want to check something. I go BC purchase the balls. I was hoping they'd at least have the rest of rest of the WrestleMania arenas purchased the balls, but apparently not. What's next? Let's go.
One of WrestleMania's greatest collisions comes to its scintillating conclusion with Razor Ramon just managing to outlast Shawn Michaels, claiming possession of the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 10. The latter match would open the door for future classics, like the TLC and Money in the Bank matches as well, forever sealing its place in WrestleMania lore. Our next match is another legendary moment that will live forever, as we head to WrestleMania 13. Rosemont, Illinois would play host to the most important night on the sports entertainment calendar. And on this night, a match that is the literal definition of an all-time classic unfolded. Bret Hart had been the face of WWE's new generation for years, proudly defending the WWE Championship against all comers and defending WWE's honor against its most heinous villains. After losing the WWE Championship to Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 12's Iron Man match, the Hitman took some time off to consider his future options. When he returned, roughly 6 months later, there were drastic changes to the landscape of WWE's universe. Top among those was the rise of Stone Cold Steve Austin. The man who started the year off as Ted DiBiase's ringmaster would find freedom in his true identity, dropping his manager and finding superstardom in the wake of his 1996 King of the Ring tournament victory.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
WWE was trying to find its attitude, but the seeds of change were being planted in the fans who had rallied around Austin. His no-nonsense attitude had made him the ultimate anti-hero. This acceptance of someone who flaunted his breaking of the rules didn't sit right with the Hitman. When Bret made his return, he immediately challenged Austin, who was more than ready to answer the call. The two battled at 1996's Survivor Series, where Hart won in a masterful performance of a feverish back-and-forth battle. The loss only made Austin angrier, creating a single focus for him: to ruin Bret Hart's career. He'd eliminate Hart from the 1997 Royal Rumble match after officials missed Hart first eliminate Austin. The night after Hart captured the WWE Championship at Final Four, Austin would interfere in Hart's first defense on Raw, ending the reign before it could even get started. WWE officials would pit the rivals against each other in a no disqualification submission match. The loser would be forced to admit they were defeated by the better combatant. To make sure that order would be maintained, a special referee was assigned: the world's most dangerous man and former MMA champion, Ken Shamrock. And while Hart had the edge in submission wrestling, Austin was no slouch in that department. And he also had one other thing going for him: his promise to the world that he would never in a million years give up. Once the match started, these two unleashed months of hatred on one another. We were lucky enough to talk to the Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, to get his thoughts on this classic encounter.
A lot of people think that the WrestleMania 13 match between myself and Bret the Hitman Hart is one of the best of all time. Certainly one of the best in all of WrestleMania. To me, it's a very special match because everything happened so magically, and specifically WrestleMania 13 cemented the legacy of who and what Stone Cold Steve Austin was. From start to finish, we started it off, we brawled out, we came back into the ring, we brought various factors from around the ring into the ring to use against each other. Some of the stuff backfired on me. It was full of chills, thrills, and spills. I gotta call a spade a spade. I mean, it is my favorite all-time match, and I've been to some classics.
Always an honor to get to pick the brain of one of WWE's top-level legends. Thank you again to Stone Cold for talking with us about WrestleMania 13. Now it's on you to try and find a way to take out WWE's toughest SOB. Remember, there are no disqualifications, so use whatever you can, and maybe you'll find a way to get him to surrender. I just wouldn't recommend messing with the referee. Shamrock's ankle lock is nasty.
Let's hope they don't constantly reverse it. There we go. Oh yeah, Ken Shamrock referee. Just before he was wrestler, he just came in as an MMA guy. I can back horrendously. Oh, I did not hold it. You can get back in your run. Oh, never mind. I just worked through them. Oh, they threw him so early, so he didn't reverse. I'm not fighting out with that. Oh, that's good. Like, one thing you didn't see, the rerun of the Roddy Piper match, I had to do this net breaker. He reversed literally every scenario I got into. Whether it was throwing him into the turnbuckle, turning him around, after getting him in the top rope, when he was on the top rope, he just reversed everything it took forever. Oh, I thought it was actually going to the outside. Austin ever done that together? That looks like a clean with a first soap where this thing can do. It's a roll. I'm just not allowed to walk those legs, that's nice to me. Just stay down. I'm hoping that would work from the legs. I don't think there's something like a figure four, but apparently not. Yeah, it just... I literally just like got up and then ended up facing the wrong way, so I don't like that. Just moves towards the legs. You shouldn't get stuck on the rope. Just stay down. Probably way too far. You know, it'd help if you were selling. Oh. He just won't stay down long enough. You know what? This'll help you. No, it won't. For the rest of the person. Dear God, I'm glad I didn't put this any harder, higher than normal. There we go.
Hart immediately showed why this match was perfect
like
for him.
first,
Instead of just punching Austin's face, he'd attack Austin's legs instead. Brett wanted to make sure that his search for revenge also ended with him victorious. Hurting Austin in a losing effort was worthless to him. Hart knew every single attack would be used to set up his vaunted sharpshooter, so he started the work early. The Hitman would also find ways to mix his technical style into a more vicious approach, like when he locked Austin in a figure-four leg lock around the ring post. Normally, a hold that would be subjected to a referee's 5 count, Hart could inflict damage until he chose to let go. And just how much damage had the move done? Had Austin's knee brace offered any type of defense against the maneuver? Austin had the reputation as a brawler, but Hart was showing that he wasn't completely out of his element in this no disqualification match. Brett looked to keep things relatively simple, and so far the plan was paying off. Work the leg, break it down, and the submission opportunities would come.
Oh, I just completely forgot like who I was then. Okay, have a combo now. Having it, one strike on him. You get a chair so I can back you a bit. Can I get that combo now? Let me guess reverse. Oh no. But then you can be ready. Why does it just choose to go to the corner when I quite clearly aimed out of the ring like that? I like to press circle and press the blade and register. Ringside E stuff then. I wouldn't. I didn't work there. I just saw it say ringside. Yeah. Is this East enough? No, probably not. He used to be able to drag them by like anybody. Well, he probably reverses it now, but we're going in the right spot.
As the two continued to fight, the action would again return to ringside. A strong Irish whip from Hart sent Austin flying into the guardrail by the timekeeper.
This is where Brett
looking to maintain control under any circumstances. Unfortunately for Austin, a huge cut had been opened up on his head. And seeing the red on Austin brought out a whole new level of ferocity for the Hitman. Brett unleashed months of built-up aggression on Austin. Hart abandoned his limb-based attack, focusing only on Austin's bloodied face.
That's a proper dripping there.
Austin looked to be in very, very bad shape now, all from an innocent Irish whip. It was now Austin's time to prove that he was everything that he said he was. Did Austin have the fight in him to keep going? Would he look for a way out now that Hart had him badly hurt? The Hitman was now in firm control, with Austin in big trouble with a nasty wound on his head. Things were not looking good for the Rattlesnake.
There's no even bleeding in game. Come on, people, did a better job than that. What did you just go for an RKO? Let me go get a chair. There's the owner cares about him to win. Get down. Just stop reversing because that did not make any sense. Just stop. Aha. You're pissing me off, Steve, so I'm just going to power drive you. I don't know, I'm trying to make him tap. Yeah, hang on.
Hart continued to maintain control, but Austin would not stop fighting back. Desperate, Austin found an opening, tossing Hart to the apron. Austin would then reveal the lengths he was willing to go to, grabbing an extension cord at ringside. I still can't believe that Ken Shamrock checked to see if Hart gave up instead of trying to break him free.
I remember Austin saying he actually threw Brett to the wrong side of the ring, and by the time he came back.
Just when it looked like Austin was finding daylight, the resourceful hitman clobbered him with the ring bell. Austin had already looked like he was nearly finished. The fans, who had steadily grown louder in favor of Austin, tried to rally the rattlesnake back to his feet one more time. Cut bad and now down again. Was there anything left in Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Oh, see the steps. Well, it'd be too much effort to just go straight to finish him without seeing what the net. And he probably, and by the time I get him in there, he won't be stunned, so chances are he probably reverses it. Wait. Ah, I got that.
When Hart locked in the sharpshooter, you could see two
I would like to show this, so I'm just gonna stick to that image of Austin's bloody face.
And that victory was coming. The other group sat with a mixture of disappointment and hope on their faces. Austin was in trouble, of course, but there's no way Stone Cold was going to give up, right? Brett continued to pull back, remembering all the things Austin had said. Remembering his unfair ouster at the Royal Rumble. Remembering Austin costing him the WWE Championship. And Stone Cold kept fighting. Austin refused to give up, refused to lose to someone for whom he held so much disdain. Now it was the Brett fans who looked worried, and the Austin fans who began cheering, hoping to will their guy to one last incredible act. Brett pulled back and Austin pushed forward, taking every last bit inside of him to try and fight his way out of the sharpshooter. But on this evening, it wasn't to be. Brett nearly toppled over, but managed to rebalance and reapply the hold. Austin, in one of WWE's most memorable visuals, would struggle one last time to find an escape before collapsing unconscious. Special referee Ken Shamrock would call the match here, as Austin was no longer able to defend himself. Yes, Stone Cold lost, but he lived up to his word and he never gave up.
As a result of Stone Cold Steve
What a match this is.
Austin's consciousness, the winner of this bout, Bret Hitman Hart.
Do I just skip this? Because I won't be able to show it anyway. I'll just skip because I won't be able to show it anyway. So unlock WrestleMania 13 arena. I've finished WrestleMania X7 next.
Despite being victorious, Bret Hart's post-match attack on Steve Austin only served to galvanize the fans into fully supporting Stone Cold. And Austin, even in defeat, would only increase his reputation by living up to his word, refusing to surrender in the match. Steve Austin fighting the sharpshooter with everything he has remains an enduring WrestleMania moment in a career filled with them. 4 years later, Austin found himself in a very different position in WWE. Taken out in a heinous attack at the 1999 Survivor Series, Austin would be out for nearly a year before returning at No Mercy in 2000. Austin would first look to exact revenge on those who took him out, Rikishi and Triple H, before setting his sights on regaining the WWE Championship. Stone Cold would then head to the 2001 Royal Rumble, entering at number 27. Before he could enter the ring, he'd again be attacked by Triple H, looking to avenge Austin's interference earlier in the night. Austin was in bad shape, but somehow managed to emerge victorious, securing his opportunity to compete for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 17. Defending against Austin would be The Rock, Austin's main rival for years. The two legends personify the Attitude Era and had previously met for the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 15. That night, Stone Cold managed to defeat the corporate champ to regain the championship. On that same night that Rock captured the WWE Championship at No Way Out 2001, Austin would face Triple H in a 3 stages of hell match. Each fall would be held under different rules: a standard match, a street fight, and then a steel cage if necessary. While Austin took the early lead in winning the first fall, he'd lose the next 2 in a heartbreaker to Triple H. The loss shook Austin, who felt the wave of momentum he was riding should have been unstoppable. Heading into WrestleMania, Austin would speak openly about how he didn't just want the win, but that he needed it.
I need to beat you, Rock. I need it more than anything that you can ever imagine.
When you headline an event, you've got to be on top of your game, be in the best of your game to put on a show and to warrant that main event status.
Austin was going to do everything he could to guarantee the nearly 68,000 attending in his home state of Texas would not be disappointed. The People's Champ had other ideas. He had worked hard while Austin was out to establish himself as the man in WWE, and the opportunity to prove his status with this WrestleMania rematch had the Brahma Bull almost bursting at the seams. If anything was for sure, it was that The Rock would do one thing, and one thing only.
Just bring it!
He'd been through the battles, he'd come into his own, nothing was handed to him, he earned it all, and he turned himself into the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. At no point in time in wrestling history were 2 stars, 2 wrestlers, as hot as both I was and The Rock was. It's hard to explain why we're such good opponents. We just were.
So now it's time for you to head into one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, WrestleMania 17 in 2001. A night that serves as the pinnacle of the Attitude Era's excellence, with its 2 biggest names doing battle once again. Are you ready to open up a can on The Rock? Or will you find out that going one-on-one with the Great One isn't the electrifying opportunity it appears to be? Before the bell could even make this match official, the action was underway. Austin was proving that he'd do anything to win, first attacking Rock while his back was turned, and then looking to use the WWE Championship. Rock had a brief moment where he unloaded some of his trademarked rights, but then ran into Austin's Thesz press. Austin was wrestling with a hint of desperation not usually seen from him. A very, very fast start for Austin as he'd use a couple of his running elbows to rattle Rocky in the early moments. Was The Rock not ready for Austin's tactics? Would he be able to get back into the match quickly before Austin really started stomping a mud hole?
Gonna beat him up a bit. Not worth for me, Dad. There we go. I don't think they have the animation anymore where you just bounce them off their head off the rim post and send them straight into the ring. I was about to say, I'm sure he has a reverse those more. I was had to say something, but I didn't say something. Could have reversed that and got the animals and then did the do that. That'll be objective. Reversed out on it. Of course he has. We're not outside the ring. I mean, get in the ring, is that too much to ask for? There, in the corner, just what I've done. Let me super shot, yeah. Finally. Now he starts swinging. I always forget which button it is to get out of there. That's fine. There we go. Right, show which direction it pointed in.
Once the action went to the ringside area, the brutality really got ratcheted up. Rock used the announce table and timekeeper's table to his advantage. But took his eye off Austin for one brief moment, which allowed Austin the chance to clock him with the belt. Austin was really looking like a different superstar than the one we'd known the last few years. There was a sinister look in his eye as he yelled at officials.
Logan.
A more deliberate approach as he threw heavy rights at The Rock, who stumbled all over trying to stay on his feet. Austin's face wore an angry sneer while he planned his next move, knowing he had plenty of time with Rocky hurt.
It's just, everything's just censored, isn't it? What table this collapse? Yeah, it did. No, the crowd very
Back
quiet.
in the ring, Austin
I just
continued a
turned it down.
methodical, brutal beatdown to the People's Champion.
Yeah, imagine the crowd would be quite hot for that.
Right after right after right, despite the objections of the referee, found their mark. Even when Rock was able to land a few strikes of his own, Austin immediately cut off his offensive surge.
It was like longest cutscene ever. Can't even call it a cutscene.
Stone Cold hadn't been WWE champion for nearly 18 months, and it was clear that this had done something to his psyche. The Rock wasn't the reason that Austin was out, but he had clearly benefited the most from Austin's absence. And it seemed that Austin was taking every opportunity to make Rock pay for taking what he considered to be his. Did The Rock really underestimate what kind of match this was going to be? Had he considered Austin to be a friend? Did he not take Austin's words at face value? For a little bit there, it looked like Austin had completely overwhelmed The Rock. But The Rock never lost faith in himself. He took advantage of Austin backing off and clotheslined his way back into the match. Once he had Austin down, Rock was able to reevaluate the situation. And once he had, he went to ringside to grab the timekeeper's bell. Instant karma, it seemed, was going to get Austin. Now it was The Rock who was going to find an angrier, meaner place inside. And it was The Rock who was going to make Stone Cold Steve Austin suffer. With no rules to hold them back, the Brahma Bull and the Rattlesnake were going to throw absolutely everything at each other, with the dream of leaving WrestleMania 17 as WWE Champion.
Run over my hour, whatever. I don't know if I need to do all that, because I was just... Well, I'm pretty sure that highlight in that time. Not highlight, cutscene. That's why I wasn't saying anything, because I was so fucking bored. Anyway, another news, I was just checking the DLC for this year, and it's so bad. Like, even CM Punk with DLC, that's mainly because he made his return in like November. I just don't remember whether I had any other DLC, so I'm just sort of disregarding it. I'm just sort of rolling through like DLC because I don't know like who I bought or what. Like, I don't know whether I had 2K23 or wait till he's DLC. It looks like I played him right now. And I'll give you an update next soon. Fair enough. Why does it just choose where to throw him? Did he not want to go to corner, clearly? Quick loose, there's the... Oh, go work on the legs now. There. Hold on. Let me ring because it's easier for me to see that. Together. I think this was a reversal before. Sorry about the beanstorm again. That is it. Okay. When did he expose that time before? I just can't reverse now. There we go. Up. I'll see you guys now. Well, that reversal from couldn't have popped up as quick as it did. I just didn't even let me clothesline him. Good job, man. There's the next bit and also. I've got to do a bit. I just thought I had to wait on him. Get back to you. I don't know what's going on.
Back and forth they'd gone, but neither Austin nor The Rock had found that moment that would give them the win. As Austin attempted an Irish whip, though, The Rock would surprise him with a stone-cold stunner of his own. The millions and millions of Rock's fans exploded. Would this be it? Could The Rock embarrass Austin like this by beating him with his own move in Texas? Austin would display his hallmark grit, managing to kick out at the 2 count. And while the 2 men laid on the mat, trying to find the spark to get back to their feet, Mr. McMahon would make his entrance.
Why does SmackDown Hotel website just keep working for no reason? There's a bad bunny card with no one else for. Who's her suggestion, Bracken? Yeah, the 2K23 DLC is awful.
All eyes are on Mr. McMahon, but in the ring, Austin
What about
flattens The Rock with an
2K23
incredible
DLC?
spine buster, which
Please don't
gets a
beat
2
us
count.
up. Let's go get some tabs open. I do remember looking at this not that long ago.
Caught up in his frustration, Austin
NWO
blindly
for
rushes
life.
at Rock, who now flattens Austin with his spine buster.
Right, almost the PC Naga, Yokozuna. Woody and Caddicat, the second of Vader, and it's broken again. So yeah, I remember 2K22 being quite good actually. Everything else looks really bad. Anyway, I've not missed it. Just haven't even been watching.
That leads to the People's Elbow.
I've also got a headset and I've realised I'm not using the
But when
headset.
Rock covers Austin, Mr. McMahon breaks up the pin. That's right, Mr. McMahon helped Stone Cold Steve Austin. To this day, I cannot believe I ever saw that happen. The look on The Rock's face is pretty much the look that I had. What the hell? Rock's anger raged over, and he made a huge mistake in forgetting about Austin in hopes of laying the smackdown on Mr. McMahon, which led to him running straight into a Stone Cold version of the Rock Bottom.
These are just the
Mr. McMahon
longest
had turned
highlights
the
ever.
match on its head, and Stone Cold Steve Austin looked ready to strike and finish his
I like
quest
how blood
of
just
regaining
disappears
the
as soon as it
WWE
got
Championship under some
Imagine.
unthinkable circumstances.
Take a walk with the Stone Cold Stunner. Really? What just happened and why did it happen? Alright, let's do Cody Blood now. Missed it. Missed it again. I have to do that. I have to. Oh, you're not the best of this, are you? And that. Oh, that felt good. Oh, is that not good enough? How many times am I going to do the same really bad syntax animation? Just reverse the agony. I just do it. That animation is so long and so easy to reverse. Yeah, tell me that's so terrific.
It was inevitable. Stone Cold was going to win, and it was obvious to everyone watching. The Rock had been able to get back into it once Mr. McMahon had arrived. Now Stone Cold was obliterating The Rock with a chair as Mr. McMahon instructed him, and all we could do was watch. Somewhere in the darkest places of Steve Austin's mind, he had convinced himself that the only way to get back to where he was would be by teaming with the man who had been his biggest enemy for years. Had the man never really changed? Had he simply fooled the fans during those years where he was WWE's most popular superstar? Should it have ever been surprising that the man who preached DTA, don't trust anybody, was not someone to be trusted? Or had something changed in Austin while he was gone?
And how could The Rock have ever expected anything like this to happen?
That's it. Thanks for watching this. Was this episode 3? Still about 4 more to go. We're in 2001. So thanks for watching today. This one's a bit longer, but I imagine they will get longer because the matches get more harder. Especially when they never stop reversing on normal difficulty. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm not going to record another one because I've got stuff to do and places to be. But you should be seeing next episode tomorrow. I'm going to get daily uploads of next week. Thanks for watching and see ya.